Thank you so much to USANA for having me. They've played such a big role in my life. When I was growing up, there was two things that were very difficult for me. The first was going to a prosthetic appointment, and the second was shoe shopping. Because those were two things that I just couldn't hide the fact that I was missing my legs. There's no hiding when you're shopping for shoes and you don't have legs. There's no hiding when you go to a prosthetic appointment and you're getting a new set of legs made. And growing up, it was really hard. You know, I knew I was labeled the girl with no legs, but I also knew I didn't want it to define me. Looking back now, I just realized that in my whole life, I just happen to have a really unique story. My story starts all the way back in Irkutsk, Russia. I was born to a young 16-year-old Russian girl, and due to a birth defect that I was born with called fibular hemophilia, she just made the difficult decision to put me up in a Russian orphanage. And around that time, there was an American couple in Baltimore who had 2 children and were told they couldn't have any more and looked into adoption and saw a picture of me and another little boy in the same orphanage and just knew we were the kids they were meant to adopt. So my dad, Steve, went to Russia in March of 1993 to get me and my new brother and brought us back to the United States. And then a few years later, they ended up having 2 more children, so I'm one of 6 kids. Very big family, but I loved it. I loved being a part of the Long family, and I never really felt that I was different, even though I knew that I was different. Growing up without 2 legs, and with what I was born with, I had to have surgeries every couple months because the bone in my legs kept growing. And those were really difficult times for me. Times I had to rest, times I had to recover, and times that I felt like the girl with no legs. It wasn't until I got involved in sports that things changed. I was always really active as a kid. I used to climb on top of the refrigerator for some reason. I would do cartwheels to get around the house. And I loved gymnastics. So I was in gymnastics for a few years, but over time, because when I'm not wearing my legs, I get a little shorter and I walk on my knees. My parents were really afraid I would damage my knees. So we found swimming. And for me, swimming is my favorite place to be. It's a place I can take off my 2 heavy prosthetics and feel completely and totally strong in the water. I feel capable, I feel empowered. So I was 10 years old when I joined a swim team, and I loved it. I loved the way I was treated. And I wasn't treated, like the girl with no legs. I was treated like a friend and a competitor, and I loved beating all the girls with legs. It wasn't long after that I found out about the Paralympics, and it worked out really well that I would be competing at the 2004 Paralympic trials in Minnesota. And I love this idea of competing and winning. So when I found out about the Paralympics and the Paralympic Games, I knew I wanted to be a Paralympian. I was only a freestyler at the time. I'd only been swimming for 2 years. I did not have a lot of experience, and my parents were trying to prepare me to make the team in another 4 years when I had more experience. But I was determined, and I just felt it that I was going to make that team to compete with the 2004 Paralympic team over in Athens, Greece. I ended up going, somehow I made it, and in my first race, the 100-meter freestyle, which is 2 laps in an Olympic-sized pool, I was up against a world record holder. I'm 12 years old, she's twice my age, and very fast. But I also had a lot of determination, and I wanted to win. So in my first race, the 100-meter freestyle, I step up on the block, and the official says, "Take your mark, go." We jump in, and I'm swimming, and I later found out at the flip turn that I was in 5th place, which is not where you want to be to win that gold medal. But I had a lot of heart, and I knew it's not how you finish, or it's not how you start, it's how you finish the race. So, I'm swimming, and all of a sudden I'm neck and neck with the world record holder, and there was a moment I remember saying to myself, as a 12-year-old, I did not come here to get second. And we touched the wall so close together, you had to look up at the scoreboard to see who won. And by a 1/10 of a second, like your fingernail, I had won the gold medal as a 12-year-old. I went on to win 2 more gold at that Paralympic Games and surprised everyone. Coming back, the biggest thing my parents noticed was this new confidence that I had. Because before the Paralympic Games, I never showed off my legs. I didn't want people to...
Please welcome two-time Olympic medalist and two-time X Games gold medalist, Alex Ferreira. Also rocking skis, but this time in aerials.
That's right, next up, she's a four-time Olympian and a 2022 gold medalist. Please give it up for Ashley Caldwell. We're going to take advantage of having these athletes here. Ashley, you get it first. Welcome, by the way.
Hello.
All right, we got to ask you a quick question. Do you mind telling everybody what it's like to win a gold medal at the Olympics just 6 months ago?
It was the most exhilarating and rewarding experience of my life. Really the culmination of a lot of hard work, willingness to try crazy, wild, and sometimes very scary new things, and to do it on the world stage and represent my country and Team USANA in such a tumultuous last couple of years. I just couldn't be more proud.
And welcome. All right, our next athlete has graced the ice in Sochi. Get here on our stage.
Please welcome long track speed skater and Olympic bronze medalist, Joey Mantilla. Next up is an Olympic silver medalist who recently competed in his 4th Olympics in luge.
You've seen him before, you see him again, the one and only Chris Masterman. Chris is no stranger to our stage. He usually does this job I'm doing. So Chris, yeah, tell us, why do you trust USANA?
So I'm a huge believer in clean and fair sport. And I think integrity is so important, not only for sports, but for society. And that's why I trust USANA. High quality products, I can even go and see where everything is made. USANA is all about integrity. I love integrity, and that's why I trust USANA.
Thank you for joining us, Chris.
All right, yeah, let's see what we got here.
An unstoppable athlete.
He's one of the best obstacle course racers in the world. Let's hear it for former Spartan Team World Champion, Faye Stenning. All right, up next, he's a soccer player turned sprinter. He's a multi-world record holder, 3-time Paralympic gold and silver medalist.
Please give it up for Nick Mayhew.
We have to ask you a question, because can you guys see that? He has the best haircut out of anyone on up here. Look at that. Nick?
I don't know, have you seen Alex's hair?
No, Alex is crazy.
I don't know.
I wish you have all this hanging from you.
I know I'm missing one. My brother's dog got to one of the ribbons, so I got one sitting backstage hanging on by a thread.
Nick, just, you've got quite a career that's been going here for you. What's it like breaking so many records in Tokyo?
I mean, it's honestly, so much fun. It's very stressful. A lot of hard work goes into it, but sort of a sigh of relief. I'm looking forward to hopefully doing it again 4 more times in Paris.
And we're going to be watching, right? Let's give it up for him. Congratulations.
Up next, one of the toughest athletes on our roster. He is 2-time Kona Ironman military champion and professional obstacle course racer.
Please welcome 2-time Spartan World Champion, Robert Killian.
Our next athlete is one of the fastest long track speed skaters on the ice with nearly 70 World Cup medals to her name. She's also a 2-time Olympic bronze medalist and 6-time world champion.
Let's give a big round of applause for Brittany Bowe.
So Brittany, you finished first in the 500 in the US Olympic trials and actually gave up your spot to a teammate that had a mishap. That's incredibly selfless. What made you decide to do that?
The decision to do that was so much bigger than just me. It was for Team USA. As the #1 ranked skater in the 500, Erin deserved the chance to compete at the Olympic Games. We've all seen that sport can create opportunities for so many people. So for me to relinquish my spot to give Erin the opportunity to make history at the Olympic Games was an absolute honor of a lifetime.
Oh, amazing. Our next athlete has represented Canada at more than 100 international competitions and is a Commonwealth Games silver medalist.
Let's give a big round of applause for beach volleyball player Sam Petla. She just took home her second gold medal at the Winter Games in Beijing, a silver medal in Pyeongchang. Please join me in welcoming Canadian ice hockey player Natalie Spooner.
Natalie, so good to see you. All right, thank you for joining us and congratulations on expecting your first baby. As a soon-to-be mom and a superhero hockey player, how are you planning on handling the new balancing act? And do you want your child to maybe follow in your tracks someday?
The timing worked out pretty good that I was able to get pregnant, but I think just looking forward to a new challenge and something new and exciting. And
Athletes from Indonesia. I see a few swimmers there and 10 from Korea. Hello to all of you.
We also have athletes from Thailand, including the female beach volleyball team. And there's a pro surfer, many of you know, Felicity Palmatier. Hello to you in Australia. All of these champions compete in fencing, volleyball, badminton, snowboarding, cycling, gymnastics, and that just names a few of them.
And here from the Philippines, we have two-time Southeast Asian Games gold medalist, and tough as nails triathlete, Nico Vegas.
Nico, welcome. If you guys tell us what your favorite USANA product is and perhaps why. There he is.
Supplements, they're very essential to my life. I take it every day as it helps me perform at my very best. And when it comes to supplements, my favorite USANA supplement is Essentials. I can't live a day without it. It helps me achieve my task, help me with my goals, and it gives me more energy all throughout the day. And not just any supplements. When it comes to supplements, I only trust USANA.
You know, with over 4,500 Olympic and professional athletes, it's true, and part of your team USANA, it's truly an honor to share the stage with these fine athletes, and of course you, Europe. And to give you an idea of just how extraordinary USANA athletes are, check out these stats.
Numbers don't lie, Dan. USANA athletes dominated at the Summer Games in Tokyo last summer. 265 USANA-sponsored Olympic athletes and 9 Paralympians competed in Japan. That was the largest contingency of USANA athletes ever to participate in any games.
And they won a record 100 medals. 44 gold, 35 silver, and 21 bronze medals.
And at the Olympic Games in Beijing, we had a total of 146 USANA athletes from 6 countries: Canada, Germany, Italy, Mexico, South Korea, and the United States.
I think the South Korea contingencies are And they didn't just show up, they competed in a dozen disciplines and left Beijing with 21 medals, 8 gold, 8 silver, and 5 bronze.
That's incredible.
Yeah, no kidding. And couldn't be prouder to be part of the USANA family. And after 30 years in the making, I can tell you we aren't about to stop winning yet. We've paired up as the official nutritional supplement supplier of the PBA, the Philippines Basketball Association.
And if you're into racing, we've got a big partnership you'll be excited about. We're partnering with the NASCAR team Spire Motorsports, which has 3 racers, number 7 and splitting the team's number 77.
And for you college fans out there, the University of Miami will start to see USANA at their basketball and football games. We've partnered with their athletic program to help student athletes perform at their best. Now, I think it's something we really need to do here. we really need to bring out one of the most decorated athletes in the world, Jessica Long, to come back out here. Jessica, can you come back out here for just a, there she is, give her your applause. Jessica's incredible, and thank you for giving your time to us.
And hey Dan, I think I'm in the mood to start something.
What might that be?
Another round of applause for our incredible athletes.
Something special on stage. Thank you all for representing the sport, being part of our USANA family. Get your cameras out, get a picture. You and I are going to stand back.